Hi Aries, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for the final week of December going into January. I hope you guys are all well. I am going to take a quick second to remind everyone that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Aries out there. So guys, really just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, Aries, get in where you fit in. But as always, don't force yourself into a reading that's just not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Aries? Aries. All right, Aries, you are starting out with Justice in the reverse. You have the Eight of Pentacles reversed, and you have the Seven of Cups. All right, so there's been some confusion about something here that's not been working out. It could be money related, but it doesn't look like, because you're feeling like there's been an injustice. There's almost a sense that something has been taken from you or stolen from you. Now, it could be money, but it could also be time. I just feel like there's a sense of deep injustice within this situation. There's some detail here that you're missing, and you're trying to figure this out. And I can see that there's a lot of confusion. You may have been dealing with somebody whose first go-to is to wear a mask. I'm seeing somebody that you've dealt with that's been wearing a mask. Let me see who is in your energy. Show me who is in Aries energy. Show me who is in Aries energy. All right, so the person in your energies has the High Priestess in the reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed and the Ace of Cups. All right, so this person has had some secrets, and these secrets have come out. It either has to do with money, like I was telling you, or it may have to do with this situation between you and them, that it's very unstable. I do see this person moving into new love, but it's only after some secrets have come out with you and you're feeling like you were not treated properly here. It did create an ending between the two of you. So let me see the energy between Aries and this person. King of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, there was some dishonest communication between you and this person. Yeah, I feel like you're dealing with somebody here who's not a particularly trustworthy person. Now, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Libra is actually very strong. Let me see what is, and I feel like you're not talking with this person now. Let me see what's affecting this connection. Yeah, there could have been some very harsh words said between you and this person. All right, we have the Five of Cups reversed, and we have the Death card. Okay, so what's affecting the connection is that this person ended this connection. There was a lack of stability here regardless, but I feel like you're kind of trying to figure out what exactly took place here, because I feel like this person was keeping secrets. Now, you have the Five of Cups in the reverse. I do feel like you've been examining this, you've been trying to figure it out, and you may be even questioning if this person actually really did love you. Let me see. Show me the outcome for Aries. You have options, Aries, whether you're aware of it or not. Show me the outcome for Aries. The Knight of Swords, that's communication. Yeah, that's communication and truth. But it might hurt. It might sting a little bit. So yeah, we definitely want to clarify your reading. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups. That is underlying energy, and it does indicate that somebody here walked away from this situation. I do believe it was the person in your energy, and they kind of left you feeling confused. Let me see. I'm going to clarify. Spirit, why is the Justice in reverse for Aries? We have the Fool reversed, and we have the Eight of Coins and the upright. Interesting. So you wanted to work this out. You're not sure if you do want to have a new beginning here with this person or not, though. There's because of how they did things. It was how they did it more so. I do feel like you're looking at the details. You've been trying to figure this out. You know what, Aries? I almost feel like this person blindsided you. That they just kind of blindsided you in a very callous manner. That's the way this is looking. Let me see why the Eight of Pentacles was in the reverse previously. Yeah, I feel like you didn't see this coming. Queen of Cups reversed and Temperance. You're healing. You're healing. So this may not be fresh. This could have been over a period of time. I feel like you may have initially wanted to reunite with this person until you kind of figured out the dishonesty that's taking place here. I do see you balancing out your emotions. And once you figured out what it was that they were kind of keeping from you, that detail, I feel like that's when you kind of pulled back and you said, I don't even know that this person is really, you know, somebody I want to give my feelings and emotions to. I definitely see you healing, though. And you're actually beginning to open yourself up to the idea of love again. I do see that, you know, predominantly, though, you've kind of built this wall around your heart here. Let me see why the Seven of Cups is here. Because you definitely do have options. I feel like somebody's been doing a lot of praying, and it was through prayer that or an answered prayer that you discovered what it was, that detail that you were looking for. All right, we have the Ten of Swords reversed, the Devil in reverse, and we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So this is going to turn. It's going to move in your favor. There's actually a new beginning that's trying to come in for you. I don't know that it's with this person, though. You're doing a lot of healing. You went through some sadness, some of you even some depression here, and a lot of confusion, but now you're figuring out what this person's game was, basically, what they were up to, because this ending was extremely, you know, painful. It was extremely painful. I feel like you've been doing a lot of work on yourself, and you're basically saying, you know what, I'm not having anybody who's toxic in my life anymore. I don't want any kind of toxicity. You pulled those emotions back. You started healing yourself. You kind of were shut down with regard to love for a while. And now you're just starting to open up your mind to the idea of having somebody else in your life. There is still some stuck energy here. You haven't quite kind of turned that wheel and kind of moved forward, but you're in the process of it. So let me see their energy. Spirit, show me why the High Priestess is in reverse. Oh, they were disrespectful. Interesting. All right, we have the Empress reversed. We have the Sun in reverse and the Ace of Wands reversed. They were disrespectful. Like I was telling you earlier, they were keeping secrets. Some of those secrets got brought out into the light. This person was not being honest with you. They were hiding a lot. And it looks like what they were hiding was another connection here, or at least the idea of another connection. They were moving towards someone else. It does look like for some of you, this person could have actually, like, you know, engaged in a physical connection elsewhere. But regardless, they weren't nurturing the connection with you. They were definitely keeping secrets. And I do feel like this person can be rather disrespectful and unhappy. They're an unhappy person, if I'm being completely upfront with you. There's dishonesty, there's unhappiness here, a lack of self-control, a lack of self-esteem is definitely here for this person. They don't know their own value or worth, and so this person, you know, likely acts out. But I definitely see that this is somebody who is keeping secrets and treating you in a disrespectful manner. Let me see why the Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. There's that Ace of Cups reversed again. and the High Priestess. Yeah. So this new beginning that comes in here, they were keeping that a secret. Yeah. So they had to end something with you in order to start something else. This was the big secret that they were keeping. So, and it's also what caused their behavior caused the connection between you and them to be very unstable. Now, for somebody out there, and this isn't everybody, this person literally stole they stole from you financially as well, which is just like a double pain, you know? All right, let me see what the Ace of Cups is here for the person in Aries energy. Nine of Cups reversed and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, they had a new beginning elsewhere, and it could have been for financial reasons as well. Because I do see that this person, now you could be dealing with somebody who, you know, overindulges, either in like connections, physical connections perhaps, financially, or could be drugs and alcohol as well. So there's definitely somebody who overindulges. But I do feel like this person moved towards someone else, and it looks like it was more about stability. Let me see the energy between Aries and this person. The Knight of Swords and the Hierophant. Yeah, some of you were married to this person, or you were in a long-term connection with them, but they were very dishonest. With the Knight of Swords here, I feel like somebody it could have been another person who came to you and told you what happened. It could even be somebody that you highly respected. Yeah, maybe someone older or someone you highly respected, but I definitely see this energy of somebody spilled the beans on this one. Yeah, and I feel like things that were not being said, things that were being hidden, things that were being kept secret, somebody may have given you that information, but you definitely found out the truth regardless. And see, I feel like you were kind of going through it because this person had withdrawn their energy. They weren't, you know, like nurturing the connection because they were, you know, their attention was elsewhere. And so you were kind of confused. Well, why isn't this working out? What is going on here? And then somebody gave you the information, or you found it out in some manner, but the truth definitely came out. And I do feel like this was somebody that you were likely in a long-term connection with. There's a commitment here. Now, you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Scorpio. Leo energy is here as well. Very strong Taurus, very strong Libra. Let me see, because I feel like they were engaging in another connection sexually, even though they were with you. And the truth came out. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands. We have the Emperor. And we have the Four of Cups. Yeah, they weren't recognizing what it was that you were bringing to the table here. I do feel like you decided at some point to take charge of your own life, to take charge of a situation that you may feel just wasn't working out. I do see you taking charge of your own life, though. Some of you could have met somebody else here as well during this time when you were kind of healing. You may have met someone else, because I'm definitely seeing that there is you're stepping into your power, and there's a new relationship that is trying to come in, whether you're aware of it or not. And I think that maybe you weren't, and you're beginning to become aware of it. Yeah, I definitely see that, because you gave all your attention, all your love to this person, and they were either looking at third-party energy, or they were focused on the past, but they weren't understanding or acknowledging, would be the better way of putting it, the love that you were giving here. And I feel like you definitely were. So as you've been healing, there is this Emperor that is coming into your energy. Now, in this person's energy, because this is definitely the person from the past, they're very defensive about the secrets that they kept, why they ended the connection, and especially if they took, you know, anything from you financially. Whatever, because there's a sense here of them taking from you. And it could be, you know, that they just took your time, your energy, but they're very defensive with regard to that. And I also feel like this person has been receiving information from others that, you know, hey, you're not doing the right things here. You're treating Aries badly. And I don't think they like hearing that, but they're definitely hearing it from someone. Let me see your outcome, Aries. Show me the outcome for Aries. It's too many. We're going to keep what we have. All right, we have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Swords reversed. And the 10 of Wands reversed. Now, this person, they could be coming back in and trying to work things out with you. They might be. But I feel like you're not going to be open to that if they do. There is an outside possibility. Neither of you have fully moved on from this, and it's primarily this truth that was spoken. Neither of you have moved on from it. So when the truth came out, Aries, you definitely felt really abandoned and really rejected by this person. You felt like everything had kind of crashed. You've done a lot of recovering. There was so much confusion. So you've done a lot of healing here. And I feel like at this point, if this person does try to come back in, and for some of you they might, you're going to leave them out in the cold. Yeah, you're not, because you don't want anything toxic. It took a lot for you to heal from this. There is somebody new that is either in your energy or trying to come into your energy. And I feel like you're not going to deal with this person. You're having nothing to do with toxic energy here. And this person is toxic. Now, in their energy, I do see that some of them, it could be for financial reasons, may be feeling like they need to come in and try to work things out with you. I do feel like they haven't quite moved on. And I do feel like for some of them, they may have tried to move towards another situation here, and that did not work out. They may not want you to know that, if that's the case, and they may be trying to come back in and start things back up with you. But I really don't see you going for any of that. And you're going to let them know that too. So you'll leave this person out in the cold if that's what they attempt to do. But like I said, you know, them walking away, actually, it was very confusing, but you learned a lot about this person. I don't think you liked what you learned. So I do feel like you are in a process of moving forward. It is difficult. There is still some stuck energy there, but you definitely have an Emperor coming into your energy, and you're definitely stepping into your own power. So the bottom of the deck, again, we have this 5 of Cups in the reverse, which tells me that after a very difficult period, you know, you're going to now walk away from this person, and that there is love that is either in your energy or it is on the horizon. So I do like that you're stepping into your power here. I can see it's been a rough little bit though. So let me see. I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. All right, you have number 40. It says, sweet oblivion. It's all about uncertainty, fate, and humor. It says, it's okay. I don't know what I'm doing either. So let me read that for you. Give me a second. All right, so your affirmation says, I am freely floating amid the beautiful cosmos, sinking into the unknown, trusting in your own free will in combination with fate, the sorceress who embraces the power within the void. Sometimes it's okay to be lost and have no answers. Sometimes the best adventures happen when we don't know where we're going. Sometimes the greatest love is found when we aren't looking for it. Such is the power of destiny, ironic humor, the great contradictions. There is a choice to be made when we're floating amid the great expanse of the cosmos. Will we choose freedom or will we choose fear? One empowers while the other disempowers. Perhaps the ultimate choice would be somewhere in the middle. Maybe this is what living with bravery means. The hero often has no idea what they're doing, yet they take on a courageous role. They meet it head on. They do the best they can with what they do know and integrate what they found out along the way. The Sweet Oblivion card reminds us that nobody really knows what they're doing. How could they? We were not given a manual for exactly what to do in our lives moment to moment. We're just here to live, not to solve the totality of the great mystery. Rather, we're here to experience it, to evolve with it. Our human mind mistakes knowingness for safety and peace. It values cosmic order over cosmic chaos, but both are essential. When you pull the Sweet Oblivion card, it asks you not to compare yourself to others. It reminds you to not be fooled by how others may present themselves in the world. The confidence another displays means nothing about what is within them. A seemingly insecure person could have far more understandings than someone who boasts and brags. Humankind is simultaneously lost and at home within the universe. We have no idea what we're doing, only that we must evolve toward a higher state of being. That we are souls connected to one great spirit. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Aries. If you have resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Aries, know that you are loved, and namaste.